Hi, in this video I'm going to talk about polymorphism in C++. To understand what is polymorphism, first of all let's define the problem that the polymorphism is trying to solve. Here in the left side we have classes, three classes. The first one is parent class person, and we have two child classes. The first one is employee and the second one is a student, and both employee and student inherit from the parent class person. The parent class person contains the name of the person in its member variable, and it's defined as protected so that both child classes can access this data member. And here I'm defining the constructor of the person that takes the name in its parameter and assign this name to its member variable. And we have public function called print info, which print information about the person, and here it's just it just prints the name. In the child class employee, we have the constructor that takes two parameters, the name of the employee, which and it passes this name to the parent class or to the constructor of the parent class. And the second parameter is the title of the employee, and it assigns this title to its data member title. And we have also public method called print info. This method, it's the same name defined in the parent class, and inside this child class print info definition is different. It will print the full information about the employee, so it says I'm an employee, my name is the name, and also print the title. In the class student, also it takes two parameters in its constructor, the name of the student, which passes and it passes it or forward it to the constructor or the parent constructor person, and it takes also the ID of the student, and it assigns this ID to its data member. And also here we have the public API print info that print information about the student, so it says I am student with the name and the ID. Here in the main function I defined a vector of pointers, shared pointers. This pointer of type person, and in this vector I added two objects. The first one is or 2 pointers to each of them points to an object. The first one is of type employee, it has the name Tom and his title is manager, and the second object is a student, his name is Adam and this is his ID. And suppose here we have a function called print person info that takes this vector of persons, and it iterate over this vector and call print info for each person. So we expect to have the proper information printed for every person. For the employee, we expect this API to be called and to print the full information, and for the students also we expect it to print the full information about the student, but actually in the output, as we see, only the name is printed for every person, which means that this method in the parent class is called. So how can we fix this using polymorphism? We only need to define a function print info using the keyword virtual. So the keyword virtual make it virtual function or polymorphic, and in both child classes we overrided this function, and here we have the same code. And as you can see in the output, now we see full information printed for each employee and for student. It's just because we defined this function to be a virtual function, and this is the polymorphism, because during runtime the program will automatically be able to detect what's the type of object that every person points to, and so it will call its proper API. Notice that here we used the keyword override in the child classes. You still can remove this keyword and the program will work, even though it's better to have it explicitly in the code so that the compiler can check if you are overriding the proper function. So this is polymorphism. Thank you for watching.